So this is it. This is our semi-annual, biannual, if you will, Record Store Day preview.
It's the fourth one in a row.
It's the fourth. Are you kidding me?
It's the fourth one in a row.
It's the fourth. Okay, well, that's very, very 2020 of us, isn't it? To have 4 Record Store Day previews in a row. Oh, Declan, hi there. And Jesse, hi. Live from Radio Wasteland. It is Radio Wasteland. So you folks have heard me kind of talking a little bit here and there about this upcoming Black Friday, and I've tried to soften the blow just a little bit because it's not going to be as fun-filled as far as the number of releases that we normally get this time around. We did not end up with a lot, but we will cover what we do have in very, very limited quantities. And to make things even more fun, because we're heading into the Christmas season, we have worked to build upon all of the goodies that we offer. At the end of our Record Store Day preview, I will let you in on a little bit of bootleg action that we've got going on. We did land some very cool bootlegs, unofficial releases that we're gonna treat them a little bit like the Record Store Day stuff, and some merch that young James will get to in just a second. So
very good goodies. We all
very good. Yes. So first off, the ground rules, much like you guys are used to now with what we did with the Record Store Day drops in August, September, October. Now we're coming into Black Friday in November. We dodged a big one from the government when we did not get closed down like the restaurants did. But the restrictions that they're kind of tossing out there for your Thanksgiving dinners are holding true for us, meaning that the gatherings of 10 or more are coming into play. So like we did with the previous Record Store Day drops, we will be limiting the number of people in the store at any given time. And this time, and at least in the opening hours, it's going to be limited to 7 customers. There'll be 3 of us from the fam here working, Kim, James, and I. So that leaves 7 customers to get us to the requisite level of 10. So we'll just go from there. As the day moves on, it'll loosen up a little bit as far as being the number of us here in the store. So we'll play that by ear. The number system that we used in the previous drops will be in play again, meaning that I will get here sometime between 5 and 6 a.m. And I'm going to say if, because this is Michigan in November, if there is a line outside, we'll pass out numbers to those who are brave and or foolhardy enough.
It was raining pretty hard today.
Yeah.
And it was cold.
If you're waiting in line, that's on you. You take the precautions to stay warm and or distant.
I keep thinking today is Thursday.
It's not. It's Wednesday. We're doing this a day ahead of time because I didn't want to come in tomorrow. But I got to come in tomorrow anyway. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Everything's all messed up.
It was quite the day today. UPS, you're on the naughty list. I'm telling you. Okay, so Black Friday, 8 a.m. we'll open our doors. I will get here sometime between 5 and 6 to pass out numbers to those in line, brave and or foolhardy enough to wait as we get through there. We open up at, there we go, 8 o'clock. So, and then we'll take numbers 1 through 7. You'll come in. We'll clear those folks out. We'll take the next numbers 8 through whatever until we get to the point where we need to get to. And it's worked great, and it'll continue to work that way as well. Okay, we have got a good crowd. Hello again to everybody. Thanks for being here. Let's get to the preview in just a moment. That's how we do it. Okay, a big, big thank you going out first off to a couple of places in town here. We are restocked with the classic orange t-shirts. Got a couple t-shirts there.
Take one.
The classic logo, the original ones, we now have another full supply.
Big
thanks to the folks over at Red Threads here in Midland for doing another great, great job. We will have these suckers available for $17 a piece. You can show your love and advertise the Wasteland a little bit for us as well. Variety of sizes on this. I know that there's some folks that have been looking for them. We have them, and I'll be in touch. But here's the really cool one. The cool stuff.
Take one.
Our good friend Gary from Doogie's Hats has, now what do you call these? I call these hats.
They're beanies.
Beanies? Okay.
They're beanies.
We have got a line of Radio Wasteland merch beanies. Let me take the black one. You hold those two. Emblazoned, not just an iron-on, but these suckers are embroidered on there with the logo, the Radio Wasteland logo. And again, these come to us courtesy of Doogie's Hats here in Midland. And we will be selling these for the low cost of $14 a pop.
We have new t-shirt version, we have hunting version, and we have Christmas version.
Christmas version. So the 3 colors available. Now what's cool about these lids, can I say it's not a lid, is it?
It's say the inside of the hat.
It's a toque. We'll call them toques from this point on because it is coming into winter. These things are lined with polar fleece, a little fleece lining on the inside, so they're going to be very, very, very warm and stylish.
Whoever was here when I was wearing the hat a couple days, they are very warm. They are very good. I had the first demo version.
The demo hat on.
I really liked them. They're very good.
They're cool. Now, both of us, our hair is a little out of control, so if we were to put these on, it would poof them out. But we will have hats and t-shirts available. All right, let's get to it, shall we? Chuck wants a new hat too. Yep, Youpers call them toques. Yeah, we got them toques, Scott. And yes, Mom, they are toques. Okay.
Should we give them what they want?
Let's give them what you want. You're here for tuning in for the Record Store Day preview. Now, quick precursor to this, I've hinted at this and told you that the fill, that's basically what we are getting from our distributors, is not quite what we've been used to. We've either been very, very lucky in all the previous Record Store Days that we've taken part in, or we're just tremendously unlucky this time around. But I've heard from both our distributors and a couple of other stores in the area that a lot of the smaller indie stores are just not getting the stuff this time around. We did everything we could. Please know that we did. But for some reason, I was told that demand was way, way up. And I think the bigger cities, the stores in the bigger cities, indie stores the same, but I think they're finally opening back up to their fuller capacities. And they just soaked these releases up directly from the labels. Little inside baseball action here. We're not allowed to buy directly from the labels. So we have to go through a distributor, kind of a middleman, if you will, to get them. Well, our distributors did not get the full supplies that they wanted to. So they in turn could not pass the full down to us smaller stores. So we have been rationed. And I'm going to call up the labels and say, it is Christmas time. I'll be holding it up, say, please, sir, may I have another?
No,
please, may I have another? And they'll say, no, we're a big corporate label. Sit down and shut up.
Here's the segue. You got to be holding up a Charlie Brown Vince Guaraldi 45.
Please, sir.
Christmas time is here.
May I have another? Okay, so here's what we've got.
Nice.
With that caveat in time, this is what we're working with for Black Friday.
You said Small Business Saturday.
I did, because that's on my brain too. Woo! We got lots of Small Business Saturday stuff. Okay, the David Gilmour with Romany Gilmour, his kid. Yes, I have ghosts and brand new stuff from Gilmour. Highly sought after. We got one. I don't even know if we're going to be able to get more after the fact, but we're working with what we got. What you got?
George Harrison, My Sweet Lord.
Yeah, that showed up today in a package by itself, so that's very...
This is numbered. It's
848.
I don't know how many.
Okay, and you showed the Vince Guaraldi. We got that as well. Another 7-inch for Record Store Day. We have got the Nancy Sinatra and Lee Hazelwood. Some velvet morning with the BW, the backside of Tired of Waiting for You. I'm not sure if that's a Kinks or not. No, it can't be. We'll see. But we got the Nancy.
Fraggle Rock on picture disc. This is, I guess they rebooted it for Apple TV.
Okay. So we got a Fraggle Rock.
It's Fraggle Rock. It's got 5 songs on it.
Okay.
It's a nice little picture disc for a fan of.
All right, let's kick into the big stuff. This was a highly sought after, and I guess that this thing is just as rare can be. We've got one copy of the Rolling Stones' Let It Bleed. It's a triple digit. This comes in at $100 on the retail price. Now, hand numbered with a certificate of authenticity.
Hand pressed too.
A hand poured multicolor vinyl, meaning that each one of these, and I forget how many there were. I can't read the numbering on the back, but there were only several hundred of them pressed, and each one was done individually. So each one is going to be unique. Great collector's item, albeit expensive and really tough to land, but we did get one. Let me kick this one in because I've got a couple more. Okay. We got one of the Garcia Live Volume 2, the Jerry Garcia Band, recorded in 1990 at the Greek Theater. It's a 4 LP box set, limited edition of 5,000. So we've got a few of those. And to go with that, I've got one more Grateful Dead related. The Psych. I've got kind of a weird relationship with the Jefferson whatevers, as you know from in here. whether it be Airplane, Jefferson Starship, or just plain old Starship, and the newly renamed one for 2021 where they'll just call it Star in the sideband of Ship.
What?
They're not doing that. I'm very, very tired and wound up today. Blows Against the Empire was the first Jefferson Starship album after the retooling of Jefferson Airplane. And you can call this a Starship album, but it pretty much is just Paul Kantner, Grace Slick, along with Jerry Garcia, Mickey Hart, and David Crosby's in here too. So it's a mishmash of some great artists from the 60s. And as far as Starship albums go, not Airplane, but Starship, this is the best one to have. So we got a couple of these on 180 gram green marble vinyl. My favorite Starship album. Okay, what else we got?
This guy seems to be putting out something every other month. John Prine box set. Wasn't there like another one? Like a couple months ago?
They're releasing the Prine box sets like crazy.
Yeah. It's the Asylum albums. It's 3 albums. Bruised Orange, Pink Cadillac, and Storm Windows.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, let's breeze through these because you guys got some turkeys to thaw. Okay, we've got the Amy Mann Bachelor, number 2, or The Last Remains of the Dodo.
We have The Weeknd. I'm not sure which album this is.
It's a retooling of one of the ones.
Oh, After Hours Remix EP.
The remixes of After Hours.
After Hours was their most recent one, I believe. Yeah.
Uncle Tupelo, great indie alternative band. Well, they even put like a timing strip like we used to use in radio on the bottom there. This is Uncle Tupelo live in 1994 at the Lounge Axe. So some cool stuff. Chickamunga's on here. Oh, some cool things. Whiskey Bottle, some great stuff.
All This and More, Corey Taylor. It's a 45 RPM.
Not certain. We didn't do enough research because we were hopping today.
I don't see any songs. Maybe no, I don't know.
I'll listen more. We know it is.
Very weird.
We'll look it up on Record Store Day. Okay, the Stranglers. Speaking of some cool punk-ish into the edging into alternative territory. Peaches, the very, very best of the Stranglers. Double LP, first time on vinyl. Some great stuff on here if you are a fan of the Stranglers. Nice and Sleazy is on here. Oh, geez, holy cow. They cover 96 Tears on this.
What?
Yes, they do. I know that they've got that. Walk on by. Okay, we got to crank through here, bud.
U2, 40th anniversary edition of Boy, limited edition, white vinyl. Very nice.
Couple from Lou Reed, the critically acclaimed concept album. What is the name of this? Okay, Magic and Loss. And a Lou Reed live. It's the Lou's first solo in New York City from 1973.
Snoop Dogg, Doggy Style. This has the hit Gin and Juice on there. Yes.
Really? It's a picture disc?
Yeah, it's a picture disc.
Oh, cool. Okay, Snoop Dogg picture disc. Hold that up so they can see that closer. There we go. Going right. I didn't do this on purpose. Right from Snoop Dogg to Willie Nelson, live from Austin City Limits. What do they have in common? Oh, they're both musicians.
Yeah, I think that's it.
All right.
Maybe something like that. My Chemical Romance, Life on the Murder Scene. It's on limited edition clear and red splatter vinyl.
We've got a couple of those.
Yes.
A couple of those to go around. Herbie Hancock. The Herbie Hancock Trio. I forget the name of this one.
A little OBI strip right there.
Yep, it's a retooling of a Japanese version of Herbie Hancock's. I think it's self-titled. Oh, Get On Down. I'm sorry. There we go.
Alanis Morissette, live at the London's O2 Theater.
Recorded in 2020, so recorded earlier this year.
Live acoustic album.
Acoustic, so cool.
It's got You Learn, All I Really Want, Forgiven, Wake Up, You Ought to Know. Basically, good stuff on there.
We got a copy of Mick Fleetwood and Friends, limited edition green vinyl, the green Manalishi with the 2-pronged crown. Early Fleetwood Mac, written about, you know what that song's about? It's a monster. It's about addiction and how it takes over folks. Mick and Fleetwood celebrates the music of Peter Green.
More blues, like early Fleetwood Mac?
It's early Fleetwood Mac blues, but it's a weird kind of cross. My first, it's a great song, but I, in my earlier days, was more familiar with the Judas Priest version, and this really rocks out better than the Priest version of it.
Judas Priest version?
Yes.
Not too sure about this one, but Kids See Ghosts. I know a couple of friends who listen to this. They say it's good. I never listened myself, but we have a couple of those.
Okay. Sought after as well. This was released a while ago. It's the Jazz Sabbath I've talked about this on our regular videos, and we've posted. I own the first version of this one.
This one's blue.
It's blue vinyl, limited edition and numbered. Really tough get on this one, but we did get it. This is exactly what it sounds like. They're jazz versions of Black Sabbath songs. It's piano jazz.
Rat Salad, Iron Man.
Great
Children of the
stuff.
Grave.
If you're a fan of Spinal Tap, then you will understand where this album is coming from, because
Does it go up to 11?
we don't want to go. It does go to 11, but basically the story is the guy invented this album, came up with Jazz Sabbath, and was in a terrible accident and was hospitalized. And while he was hospitalized, Ozzy Osbourne stole all the music and created heavy metal.
It's a fun mockumentary.
It's a mockumentary, and this actually comes with a DVD of the mockumentary.
Speaking of highly anticipated, Fountains of Wayne with Stacy's mom on
We
it.
should have saved that for last. Okay, folks, a lot of you, when we put up our requests when we were ordering this, a lot of you said we need that Fountains of Wayne. Well, guess what? Only a couple of you are going to get it, because this one was the one that was rationed the most. The demand was tremendously high for that, and we've only got a couple of copies. So welcome, Interstate Managers, and you will need to speak to Karen if you wish to get more of these. See what I did there?
No.
This was supposed to go after jazz. We got one from Bill Evans, live at Ronnie Scott's. Some great jazz from Bill Evans. The trio there.
More rap. The Dog Pound, Dog Food, and also DMX, The Legacy.
Okay. 2
rap albums.
We got a lot of these, actually.
Yeah, we did.
we did get a bunch of those.
Best of DMX for this one. And I don't know about this one. It's Oceana Blue vinyl.
Okay, then. Dog Food.
Yeah.
Not King Crimson we were listening earlier with Cat Food. No. Okay. Drive-By Truckers. This one's a little thick, but is this a triple LP? I believe it's a triple LP live by the Drive-By Truckers from 2006 recording.
Blue Oyster Cult live 1983. It's a 2 LP set. Black and blue pressing.
Cool.
I don't think it has Godzilla on it.
Yeah.
It has Don't Fear the Reaper, though.
Louis Capaldi, Divinely Uninspired to a Hellish Extent, extended version on clear vinyl.
Here's an interesting one. Dave Brubeck Christmas Lullabies.
That's a fun one.
I don't know if you can see it, but it's engraved, sort of.
It's got etching. It's got an etching on it, but you can barely see it.
So it's a jazz Christmas, practically.
With Brubeck, and it looks like 3 songs on one side and an unplayable etching on the other. I don't know if we can see that or not.
Yeah.
Probably not, but it's a cool looking record.
Very cool.
Buck Cherry, first time on vinyl, the 1999 Smash debut. Limited to 1,700 copies, red and yellow swirl. So we do have the Buck Cherry. One of them.
Big Crit. TDT.
More rap?
More rap, yeah.
All right, cool.
A limited edition purple and white and black LP vinyl.
We got One Baroness live at Maida Vale Volume 2. The Rock Show with Daniel Carter. So we've got one of these from Baroness.
I'll do that.
And I'm not certain. This showed up late today. Jarvis, the Black Friday edition. So we've got the Jarvis release.
Chuck Berry, Rock and Roll on New Year's Eve. Yeah. Very Liberation Hall.
There we go.
Pressing, yeah. So it's very...
Okay. We got one. You have a few more to go through?
I got it.
Okay. Got a copy of Anthrax, The Soldiers of Metal. One of those to go around.
Beastie Boys. Some old I can't swear in front of my dad.
That's right. We got a lot of these. For some reason, we ended up with a good supply of the Beastie Boys, same old. Now what this is, it's the early recordings, including Egg Raid on Mojo, and it's an early version of Cookie Puss, which if you've listened to that. So it's kind of a cool one. It's a censored version of Cookie Puss. Back in the mid-'80s when I did college radio, we attempted to get away with playing Cookie Puss on the air, and it didn't quite work out. So we had to use the censored version. So we got a lot of copies of the Beasties.
Alice in Chains, Sap.
Also sought after. We have a couple of these, right?
I think we have...
Two. Yeah. Okay, we got a few of those. So, and that's an EP as well. It's not. Yeah, there's only 5 songs on it, but we do have a couple copies of that. Is that all right? And one more single copy. We've got a copy of the Silent Night, Deadly Night. some great Christmas cheer to go along with this.
Go with the Christmas Radio Wasteland beanie in stores Black Friday.
Don't forget, hang on, don't wander away yet. That is what we've got for the exclusives. I know it's not a lot.
We still got some other goodies.
But we got some other goodies that we want to talk to you about. We're embellishing just a little bit. But in the meantime, don't forget, we were talking about the beanies and the t-shirts in stock. If you missed it early on, we've restocked with the orange t-shirts. And we do have an ample supply of fleece-lined Radio Wasteland beanies.
Now, which one goes better? This and the classic shirt or this and the other shirt?
Oh, that's right. I got my classic shirt on. Do we wear the red with the this or the orange and that? I don't know. It's too much for me. Okay. Well, when it looked like we weren't going to be doing very, very well with the fills on the Record Store Day exclusives, we decided to seek out some other unique goodies to taunt you with, to entice you with to come in here to the Wasteland on Black Friday. And I think we've landed a few things that are interesting and unique enough. Now,
if you're big fans
of these. So here's the deal. Normally these things would be, we get them, we put them out if we can reserve them. But because of the limited numbers and the number of people coming in, we're going to treat these as we would on Record Store Day with the Record Store Day exclusives, meaning that we're not going to hold them for you. With the exception of this one, I meant to mention, we got a couple more copies of the Rush Icon.
Is that the Canadian
This is the Canadian version on clear splatter vinyl. I got 2 or 3 of these, so that's not a big deal. We can get these. But the other ones, these things are going to be kind of unique. We're not going to hold them, so we're going to treat them. If you want them, you got to be here and hope you get them because they're tremendously, tremendously limited numbers. Landed a copy. This is an unofficial, but it's a bootleg, if you will. It's an unofficial of the Rush 2112 in concert. And I forget now where that concert was, but I own one of these. It is on Violet vinyl, Violet. Violet, you're spinning Violet, Violet. Great sounding stuff, and it's 2112 in its entirety with a couple from Permanent Waves on here. So we've got, I think, 1 copy of this, maybe 2.
We got 2.
2 of this one, of the Rush bootleg.
Show those other things first before we
These?
before we get into the other goodies.
These?
Yeah, those.
Okay, let you hold on. This is fun and unique. Okay, why do we have a Greta Van Fleet CD in a record store? Because this was a unique one. This is a Japanese Greta Van Fleet Anthem of the Peaceful Army release from about, I think, a month ago. Less than a month ago.
In Japan.
In Japan. It's got an OBI strip on there as well. And the track listing is in Japanese. So it's a limited edition, but it's got the Anthem of the Peaceful Army album and then extra cuts from the first EP.
Black Smoke Rising, which is Highway 2 and Safari Song Flower Power and Black Smoke Rising, of course.
Yeah, so it's got all the extras. So we've got a couple of these, just kind of a unique little fun thing we thought we'd nab. A Japanese Greta Van Fleet. All right, what else you got?
Talk about that one.
Got a couple of these. It's Stone Temple Pilots. It's a retooling of the MTV Unplugged bootleg that we've had before in the store. So we got a couple copies of this one.
Now into the stuff.
Okay.
Judas Priest. Which album is this?
Jugulator. All right, folks. What you need to know about these unofficial releases within in the wilds of Eastern Europe, where they make these, the vinyl quality can sometimes be a little dodgy. It's not terrible, but like the Rush, it's great. That's a good sounding one. We did not test this, but if you look very closely, this is pretty much just a pixelated cover.
Oh, they found it off the internet.
Off the internet. So I'm not sure the sound quality, but it's on colored vinyl. We have a Jugulator. In that vein, okay, look at this one. This was a huge CD-only release, and one of the biggest questions we got when Tool released Fear Inoculum was, when is it going to come out on vinyl? And the answer to that ended up being, well, when someone in Eastern Europe bootlegs a copy of it, apparently.
This is not an official release.
It's not an official. It's colored vinyl. The sound quality, I guess, is going... I read a couple things. They say it's not bad, but it's also very, very rare, and you get Fear Inoculum on vinyl. And so there we go. We've got a couple of those.
Van Halen for Unlawful and
here we go.
Knowledge.
You weren't supposed to swear.
What? Carnal's not a bad word.
Same thing. You try to find this in the wild and original, it's hundreds of dollars, but we landed it. It's on red vinyl. We did open one of these to test play because I wanted to be sure.
Quality control
on it. And it does sound good. It sounds good. It's a decent pressing of Van Halen on red vinyl. but it's a boot in through there. It's a boot. We're talking about Canada, right? Why don't you do that next one?
For you Beck fans, Mellow Gold. If you see this, it's hundreds of dollars, but we found a bootleg version. It's on Mellow Gold vinyl.
Mellow Gold vinyl. And it sounds good as well. We had one of these opened up and listened to it because we're Beck fans as well. Not stuff you want to play at Thanksgiving dinner with the fam, but you never know.
Yeah. It's still a very good album. It's early Beck, so it's very weird.
Speaking of stuff that's hard to find, we nabbed a copy of Fashion Nugget from Cake. Same deal. It's an unofficial one. What is this, on yellow vinyl, I think?
Yellow vinyl.
Yellow vinyl. Listen to one of these. I've been just hoping that someday they'd release a lot of the earlier Cake stuff on vinyl. So we've got this in here. It does sound good. The volume's a little low, but it does sound great. So you're going to get Frank Sinatra, The Distance.
That's their big one, The Distance. And I also guess I Will Survive.
I Will Survive covers on there as well. So some great stuff from Cake. We do have a couple of these in the first come, first serve basis.
Now the one he really likes.
Now the one that I liked. One copy of this. This is Pink Floyd, A Dark Side Over London. This is an unofficial concert from Floyd, but it's from October of 1994, so it's waterless. But it is, essentially, it's the entire Dark Side of the Moon. And this thing
we listened to it earlier.
Sounds phenomenal. It is a great quality recording. Not on colored vinyl, if I remember right, or anything like that. But it's just a great, great sounding record from Gilmore and Company from 1994, recorded at Earl's Court. So we do have one of those to get in on there as well. Jesse wanted to know the price on the Tool. We have got it listed for $40 because it was not a cheap get. So $40 on Tool. But find it on vinyl.
Yeah.
And the import stuff does cost us a little bit more to get into the store.
That's about it.
All right, folks. That's where we stand on the exclusives and the goodies. I wish that we could have given you a little bit more on Friday, but such is the way things are going because this is 2020 and because nothing can be easy when it comes to that.
I was surprised we didn't get any Johnny Cash. There was a lot of Johnny Cash.
There was a lot of Johnny Cash. We didn't get any Johnny Cash. We didn't get, there was Public Enemy that we didn't get.
I think there was a Hootie and the Blowfish also.
There was a Hootie. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff we didn't get. You know, if they show up after the fact for some bizarre reason, you know, maybe the big store is overbought, we'll try to get a hold of some of those. But we're going to, yes, Kevin, you missed Tesla because we did too. That's the case with a lot of this. That's another one of the releases we did not get. So we're doing what we can with what we've got, and hopefully that'll work for you guys. And we will have ourselves a great, great Black Friday. Again, doors will open at 8 a.m. If you choose to line up for some of these things, whether it be the exclusives or some of the bootlegs that we've got, it's on you to stay warm and stay socially distant outside. No cuddling up for warmth because it's Michigan and it's November. Don't do that outside. So I'll get here about 5 a.m. on Friday to pass out numbers, maybe a little bit later, and we'll take things from there. Quick mention, the turntables we had are gone. We're going to try to get more of those as well.
No one has Audio Technicas.
They're
gone.
It's tough to land. Small Business Saturday. We've teased this a little bit. James and I put together a lot of mystery bags for Small Business Saturday. We're going to hold on to them. We don't want to mess with them on Friday. So return of the mystery bags. We've got 36 of these. And the majority of them, not just a couple, the majority have stuff that's not from the dollar bin. It may be a $2 or $3 record or a $4 record.
Maybe even more.
Maybe more. There's at least 2 that have sealed new releases from bigger name artists in them as well. Yeah. So these will be out on Saturday for Small Business Saturday.
Mystery.
We're going to announce a big sale from the BART table, the Big Arse record table that has all of the country and all the jazz, the various artists, the world music. There's going to be a sale there. Classical, we're probably going to do a 3-for-1 in the Dollar Den Saturday and Sunday. So lots of stuff going on. Declan, send us a message on that. Yes, you can order an album from us and we will do our best to get it to you. So just send us a Facebook message and we'll take things from there. Okay, folks, it is time for us to get out of here. One more thing to mention. The vintage vinyl video drop that we normally do on Friday is going to happen sometime tomorrow. Just watch your Facebook page or watch our YouTube channel for that to drop. And it's going to be, it's a killer one.
We worked on it all day.
We worked on this all day today, and there's some cherry stuff in there. There's going to be an excellent vintage vinyl video. But I do need to say that when the vintage vinyl video drops tomorrow, I'm not answering Facebook messages on Thanksgiving. So we're not going to do any holds on vintage vinyl until Friday at 11 when normally the video would drop. You'll get to see it early. And if you see something you like, you're going to have to get down here early on Friday to nab it, because we are not going to hold any vintage vinyl from the video until 11 a.m. Friday.
Can I show them a sneak peek?
If you wish.
Okay.
While he's doing that, we hope that you guys have a fantastic Thanksgiving and that you are staying safe and that you are staying healthy. We want you guys around to hang out here with us here at the Wasteland and talk about music and listen to vinyl. Here's a little preview of some of the stuff that we're going to have. You ready?
We have Led Zeppelin 4.
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 We have Led Zeppelin 4. We have Led Zeppelin 4. We have Led Zeppelin 4. We have Led Zeppelin 4. And we also have another Led Zeppelin 4.
So check it out. If you
7 of these.
I guess we don't need to hold it if we've got an umpteen of them. So there we go. There's going to be a lot of great stuff in the vintage vinyl video coming up as well. So you guys have a great evening. You have a great Thanksgiving. We wish all the best for you and your family. And as we said, stay safe, stay healthy, and we will see you Friday morning at 8 a.m.
Friday morning.
Bright and here early at the Wasteland. Thank you all very much, and have a great night and have a great holiday.
Bye-bye.